Hello students, welcome to the Introduction to Unix and OS class. So in this class, we will learn the set and shift statement, the trap command, the awkf command. So set and shift statement, manipulating the positional parameters. So what are positional parameters? Positional parameters are shell special variables named as $1, $2, $3, etc. up to $9. They corresponds to the command line arguments that are passed to the shell script or shell program when the shell script is executed. Then what is set statement? Set statement assigns its arguments to the positional parameters $1, $2, and so on. So it takes a set of arguments, okay, and assign these arguments to the positional parameters $1, $2, $3, and so on up to $9. And what is the use of this set statement? So this set statement is useful for picking up the individual fields from the output of a program. So here is an example. So go to the shell prompt and type the command set followed by a set of arguments. So here I have specified 9876 2345 6213 as arguments. And when you run this command, so this assigns the value 9876 to the positional parameter $1, the value 2345 to $2, and value 6213 to $3. And it also set $hash and $star. So $hash is a shell special variable that holds the number of arguments specified. Here in the example, the number of arguments are 3. So $hash contains the value 3. And $star is also a shell special variable that holds or stores all the command line arguments specified as a single string. Okay. So $star holds the values 9876 2345 6213 as a single string. And how do you verify these values of the positional parameters? You can verify this by echoing each parameter in turn. Okay, so here is the example. Echo. I want to print the values of the arguments in this format. $1 is 9876, the value of $1. $2 is value of $2 2345, comma $3 as it is, then is value of $3 6213. Okay, so then echo command is echo, then the argument to echo command is $1 is, so $1 must be prefixed with backslash because you have to print as it is. Okay, you have to remove the special meaning of $. Okay, so prefix with backslash, then the special meaning of $. Will be removed. Okay, then $. Will be printed as it is on the screen. $1 is printed as it is, then followed by $1. Okay, value of $1 is 9876, comma, then $2 will be printed as it is, then is, then the value of $2, so 2345, then comma, then $3 is value of $3. Okay, 6213. So in this example, we have printed the values of the positional parameters $1, $2, $3. And so similarly, you can display the values of the variables $hash and $star. Okay. So again, using the echo command, echo, the $hash arguments are $star. Okay. Output is the 3 arguments. So $hash contains the total number of arguments, that is 3. So 3 arguments, 1, 2, 3. Then arguments are printed as it is, and then $star contains all the arguments specified 9876 2345 6213. And one of the use of set statement is extracting the individual fields from the output of a program or a command. Here is an example. Extract the individual fields from the date output, date command output. Okay. So you have to pass the date command as argument to set statement. Then date command you have to enclose in back quote or backtick sign. So because we want to substitute the output of date command as arguments to set statement. Okay. Then after executing this set statement, the arguments are set. And how do you verify it? Echo the arguments, echo followed by $star. So this is the arguments of the set statement, that is the output of the date program. Week, Wednesday, then month, January, date is 8, and the time, and then IST, Indian Standard Time, then the year is 2003. Okay, So now $1 contains Wednesday, $2 contains January, $3 contains the date 8, and $4 contains the time, $5 contains this IST, and $6 contains year. Now we want to display only the month, date, and year. Okay, so here is the example. Echo the date today is $2. $2 holds this month. $3 holds the date, and $6 holds the year. Okay, and display it. Okay, the date today is Jan 8th, 2000. Let me demonstrate this on the online Linux terminal. Set 98776 and 2345, then 6213. Now we echo the positional parameters $1, $2, $3. You see here, $1 contains 9876, $2 contains 2345, $3 contains 6213. And echo the number of arguments stored in $hash. See, $hash holds the total number of arguments. There are 3 arguments. And display the value of the variable $star holds all the arguments. See, star contains all the arguments as a single string. To extract the individual field of the output of a command, say the date command. So we want to extract the individual fields of the date command. Say echo $star contains all the fields. See here. Then I can print the individual arguments $1, $2, $3, $6. See, $1 contains the week, Thursday, $2 contains the month, April, $3 contains the date 23, and $6 contains the year 20. Echo today's date is say $2 month, $3 date, and $6. See output. Next, the shift statement, shifting arguments left. So this shift statement shifts the command line arguments to the left. So that means this shift statement shifts the arguments of the set statement to the left. The shift statement copies the content of a positional parameter to its immediate lower numbered positional parameter. So in the sense, when called once, the shift statement, so $2 becomes $1, that is $1 is equal to $2, $3 becomes $2, so $2 is equal to $3, and so on. So the content of $2 is assigned to $1, so the content of $2 is assigned to $3, and so on. So here is an example. So extract the individual fields of the output of date command using set statement, set followed by the date as argument to set statement. Then echo the arguments of set statement using echo command, echo $star. So this is the output. Okay. Then echo the positional parameters $1, $2, $3. So this is the output. Okay. Now we want to shift these arguments to the left one place. Then call the shift statement or execute the shift statement, shift. Then echo the value of $1, $2, $3. So now $1 is equal to $2. So earlier, what is $1? $1 is Wednesday. Now, what is the value of $1? Now it has become Jan. Okay, value January. Okay, so $1 is now Jan. So $2 is equal to $3. Okay, so earlier $2 is what? Jan. Now it becomes 8. So like, so now $3 is this one time. $3 is equal to $4. $4 is time. Okay, that is assigned to $3. And can specify the number of shift also as argument to shift statement. Say shift 2, so it shift to 2 places. Then $1 is equal to $3, $2 is equal to $4, and so on. So the content of $3 is assigned to $1, content of $4 is assigned to $2, and so on. So let me demonstrate this. Extract the individual fields of the date command by passing it as argument to set statement. Echo $start, echo $1, $2, $3, $4. So these are the values of each parameter, $1, $2, $3. Now I want to shift these arguments to the left by one place, then execute the shift statement. Then after executing the shift statement, verify the value of the individual parameters. Now $1 is equal to $2. Okay. You see here April. Earlier $1 was the week Thursday. Now it is April. Okay. So echo $2. $2 is equal to $3 now. Okay. So earlier $2 was April. Now $2 is 23. So like that. Echo $3 now. $3 is equal to $4 now. So earlier $3 is 23. Now it is the time. So like. So trap command. So trap command is used for interrupting a program. Okay. So sometimes it is necessary to interrupt a running shell script. Okay. By default, you can interrupt the program by pressing the interrupt key, that is Control D, to terminate a program. So, but it is not always a good idea to terminate a program in this way, because it can leave you a lot of temporary files on the disk. Okay, so in such a case, trap command lets you do the same thing. Okay, you can use this trap command in the case your script receives a signal. So signal is nothing but a software interrupt sent to the program when an event occurs. So this trap command is a signal handler. Okay, so it is normally placed at the beginning of the shell script. Okay, and it is useful for removing temporary files when a script receives a signal. Okay, so it removes the temporary files and then resumes its execution. So what is syntax of using the trap command? The command name is trap followed by the argument. The first argument is the command list enclosed in single quote, and then followed by the second argument, signal list. Okay, so when a script sent any one of the signals in the signal list, okay, the command in the command list are executed, and the signal list can contain integer values or the command signal names. Signal numbers are signal names. So here is an example. Go to the shell prompt and type the command trap followed by the command list. So we are executing the two commands here. Echo, you press control key, then the exit on command. So they are combined using the semicolon here. Okay, and then the signal list is exit, signal names, exit, interrupt, int, terminate, so term, and then hang up. Okay, so when this statement is executed, okay, so it displays the message. You press control key. So whenever the signal exit, any one of the signal exit, int, term, up arrives to the shell script. So here is the signal name and the signal number. So instead of signal name, we can also specify the signal numbers. So for exit, the signal number is 0. For interrupt, signal number is 2. For terminating, signal number is 15. For hang up, signal number is 1. Then the next command, AWK command. So it is an advanced filter. So it can combine the several filters together. Okay. So what is the AWK? AWK is named after its three authors, Aho, Weinberger, and Cunningham. So AWK is a programmable pattern matching and processing tool available in Unix. It works equally well with the text and numbers. So AWK is a pattern scanning and processing tool. Okay, so it is used for data extraction and reporting. So how it works? So it searches one or more files to see if they contain lines that match specified patterns, and then perform associated actions such as writing the line to the standard output or incrementing a counter each time it finds a match. So it searches for one or more files. So for the lines containing a pattern, so when a lines containing the pattern is matched, so AWK perform the specified action on those selected lines. So what is the syntax of using AWK? So the command name is AWK followed by different options, and then the selection criteria. Next argument is selection criteria followed by the action component. So selection criteria and the action part is enclosed in single quote, and the action component is enclosed in braces. Okay, and this is followed by the file. So AWK can have different options. So which are the options? -, followed by capital F followed by the field separator. So this is used to change the input field separator. So by default, the AWK uses the contiguous sequence of spaces or the tab character as the field separator. And the second option is -f followed by the file name. So this is used to name the script file. So that means it's used to specify the file that contain the AWK script. Okay. And selection criteria is nothing but the pattern that you want to match from the each line in a file. Okay, and the action is the operation that you want to perform on the selected lines. Okay, so here is an example. So consider a file emp.list. Okay, so this is the content of emp.list. Okay, and AWK views text files as records. Okay, and each record is a line. Okay, so here each record is a line. Okay, and these lines are split into fields. Okay, so in this example, the first field is the employee ID, the second field is the name of the employee, the third field is the designation of the employee, the fourth field is the department of the employee, the fifth field is the date of birth of the employee, and the sixth field is the salary field. Okay, so this will take it as an example, this file, and from this file we want to select the employee whose designation is manager. Okay, from the emp.lst. So here is the AWK command. So go to the shell prompt and type AWK and selection criteria. Selection criteria is nothing but the pattern or the regular expression. So we have to enclose them in / and \. So this is the pattern. So we want to select manager. No, the pattern is manager. Okay, so let's selection criteria, and then what is the action? Action in braces. Want to print the lines, selected lines that contain the pattern manager from the file emp.list. So this is the output. Okay. So let me show this on the command line. AWK, no options. Then the selection criteria, manager, then the action, print, and the file is emp.list. See, so it has displayed the lines from the file emp.list. Containing the pattern manager. See here, manager. Lines that contains the pattern manager will be displayed. Next, continue with the AWK command. So splitting a line into fields. So AWK uses special parameter $0 to indicate the enter line. So it also uses $1, $2, $3 to identify fields. So as I said, the AWK views the text files as records. So each record is a line. Okay, and this special parameter $0 contains the entire line, indicate the entire line. Okay, and it also uses $1, $2, $3 special parameter to identify the fields. So the first field is $1, second field is $2, the third field is $3, and so on. Okay, and each field is separated by the vertical bar. Okay, so here is an example. So in this example, we want to display the employees whose department is production. Okay, and print only the lines containing the second field, that is name field. The third field is the designation field, and fourth field $4 the department field. Okay, so here is the command AWK followed by option is -F to specify the field separator. So field separator is vertical bar here, see here in the content, enclosed in double quotes, followed by the selection criteria. So pattern that you want to match is production from this file, and then the action. Okay, so print the second field, the third field, and then fourth field. Okay, so this is the output. Let's go and test this. So AWK -F field separator vertical bar, then selection criteria, production, then what is the action? So print $2, comma $3, comma $4, enclosed in single quote from the file emp.lst. Here, output is it has displayed the employees whose department is production. Okay, and the selected lines contains only the name, designation, and the departments. Then printf, formatting the output. So the printf statement can be used with the ACK to perform the output. Say the format specifier percentages for a string, the format specifier %d for integer, and so on. So AWK accepts most of the formats used by the printf functions of C. So %s, %d, %f, and so on. So here is an example. So we want to print the employees, okay, whose name matches with this pattern. Okay, so and we want to print the selected lines along with the line numbers. Okay, and then the second field we want to print the name, which is second field, and we want to print the third field, which is designation. Okay, so here is an example. So command name is awk -f field separator. Field separator is a vertical bar enclosed in double quotes. Then the pattern. So we want to match the pattern that contains either small k or capital K. So to match either small k or capital K enclosed in brackets meta character. Then this is followed by no U, the letter U, or a single U. Question mark indicates, okay, 0 or 1 occurrence of this preceding character U. There may be U or there may not be U. Okay, then this is followed by either the letter A or R, small r. Okay, and enclosed in the meta to match either A or R, enclosed in the meta character square brackets. Then close it, close the pattern. Then what is the action? This is the action. Okay, so we want to print the output in certain format. Okay, so which are the things you want to print? The line number. So nr is a arc built-in variable that specifies the line number. Okay, and then so line number is integer. So what is the format specifier? It is %d, and it is a 3-character wide. And next $2, the parameter $2 prints the second field, and which is 20 character wide. -20 is the character width. So -, indicates the output is left justified. Okay, otherwise by default the output is right justified. Then the third field is 12 character wide. Okay, -, indicates left justified, output is left justified, and the format specifier as %s. Okay, and to print each line, each output on a new line, you specify the /n character. Okay, enclose this one in single quote, enter them, then followed by the file emp.lst. So this is the output. Okay, so it has printed all the employees whose name matches with this pattern. Okay, and the output will be printed in certain format. Okay, so this is the line number, this is the name, and this is the designation. So let me try this on the terminal. Then use the printf to format the output. So percentage 3D, then percentage -20s, then percentage -12s, then new line, and then the variables nr, then the parameters $2 and $3, $2. So enclose in quotes, the file name is emp.list. See the output. So nr is a AWK built-in variable that specifies the line numbers. So selected line numbers, okay. So 3 and 7. It has displayed all the employees whose name contains this pattern. See here, this pattern contains Karuna, and here Chakraborty, okay, Chakraborty. Then variables and expressions in AWK. So AWK uses variables and expressions also. So what is a variable? A variable is an identifier that references a value, or a variable is a named memory location that holds a value. So to define a variable, you only have to name it and assign it a value. That means AWK is loosely coupled. You don't have to declare a variable. So using the data types like char, int, float, double, and so on. Okay, that means so unlike the programming languages, so AWK don't have char, int, double data types. Okay, so to define a variable, you only have to name it and assign it a value. Okay, so then a variable can contain either an integer, string, character, real number, and so on. And strings are double quoted. Okay, and what is expression? Expression consists of strings, numbers, and variables combined by operators. An example is say x plus y. Okay, so it contains the variables and operator, isn't it? So first example of declaring a variable. So here we have declared and initialize an integer variable. Variable name is x equals value is 5. Then we can print it using print statement, print x. Second example, to declare and initialize a string variable. So z is a variable name equals string enclosed in double quotes. Then print the value of z. Then example 3. So how do you concatenate two strings? Okay, so string concatenation. For string concatenation, you have to place the variables holding the strings side by side. Say for example, here the variable p contains the string Unix, and the variable q contains the string AWK. So we want to concatenate it. So how do you concatenate it? No concatenation operator is used. AWK does not provide any concatenation operator. So you have to place the variable side by side. Print pq. So this will print Unix AWK. Then so another example. So in AWK, an integer value and a string value can be concatenated. Let us see how. So x contains the string 56, y contains the integer 43, and z contains the string abc. Okay, so when I say print x y without any operator, so gives the output as 5643. Okay, so here what happens? Y concatenated to string. So what is the value of y? It is integer value. So this is converted to string and concatenate the value of x. Okay, output is 5643. Print x plus y. Here we have used the operator plus here between x variable x and y. Then this will print 99. How? 56 is actually string, but 43 is integer. Okay, so how it is concatenated? So AWK makes necessary conversion according to the context. So this plus converts x to integer. So x is string, no, so it will convert it into integer. Okay, so 56 plus 43 is y contains 43, so prints 99. Similarly, I want to print y plus z. So y is integer value 43, but z is string abc. So here the output gives 43 because plus converts z to 0. So this string is converted to integer as 0. So then y is 43, 43 plus 0 is 43. Output is 40. Then the comparison operators. So AWK also provides the comparison operators like greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, double equals, not equals, not equal to, etc. Okay, so here is an example. So in this example, okay, so we want to print all those employees whose designation is manager or the chairman. Okay, so here we are making use of the comparison operator double equals. So here is the command AWK followed by -f field separator vertical bar. Then we want to compare the third field. Third field contains the designation. No, so $3 special parameter $3 equals double equals. So what is the string that you want to match? Manager or logical or. So $3 double equals, you have to match the designation chairman. So string is chairman. So this is the selection criteria. And what is the action part? Enclosed in square braces. So you want to print the output in certain format. Okay. So which are the fields you want to print? The second field, third field, and fifth field. Second field is the name field. The third field is the designation field. Fifth field is the salary field. Okay. And in certain format. Okay. So second field in 20 character wide. Okay. So the third field 12 character wide, and fifth field is integer. So here is the output. Okay. So it has displayed all the employees. Okay. Their name, designation, and the salary. Okay. Of those employees whose designation matches with either manager or chairman. So chairman or manager. So here is another example that uses the comparison operator greater than. Okay. So we want to print all those employees whose designation is either manager or chairman and whose salary is greater than 7,500. Okay. So here is the command. Okay. So AWK-F vertical bar, and so just compare the salary field. So the special parameter $5 towards the fifth field. So compare it $5 greater than 7,500. Then this is the action. Okay. Print the second field, the third field, and the fifth field. Then the number processing. Numeric computations can be performed in AWK using the arithmetic operators like plus, minus, division, star, percentage, modulus operator. So here is an example. So want to display all the employees whose designation is manager, and want to display their names, the designation and the salary, and also the DA, daily allowance. See here, daily allowance is calculated as 40% of the salary, fifth field. So this is number processing. So this in this part we have done a number processing here. Okay. So the command is AWK-F field separator vertical bar. So then the third field you have to match. So $3 double equals comparison operator, and the string you want to match is manager. And what is the action you want to take? You want to print the second field, the third field, and the salary, and also DA. So DA is computed as the fifth field multiplied by 40%. 40% is 0.4. Okay. So that gives this output. Okay. So then the small f option. So this is used for storing AWK programs in a file. Okay, and executed. You can store your ACT programs in a file with .awk extension, and you can now use the AWK with the -f followed by file name options. Okay, so assume that here is your AWK file, say test.awk. All AWK script are saved with a file extension of .awk, and so it contains only the selection part and the action part. Okay. So here we want to select all the employees whose department is production. and we want to display it, and want to display the second field, the third field, and fourth field. Second field is the name, third field is designation, and fourth field is department. So here is the example. Okay, after saving the program in the script test.awk, so execute it using this command. Okay, awk powered by capital F, the field separate is vertical bar, and the next option is small f. Okay, specify small f powered by the file name, awk script name test.awk, and then the file is emp.lst. So here is an example. So I've already created a file. So this is the program test.awk. This is the line. Okay. So the selection criteria and the action component forms the arc program. Okay. Then execute it. awk -f. The field separator is vertical bar. Then next another options small f to specify the file awk script. File name is test.awk. And the other file name is emp.lst. See. So it has selected all the employees whose department matches with the production. Okay. And you have printed only second field, the third field, and the fourth field. So that's all in this class. Thanks for watching and listening.